Yes. I'm quite happy, to be honest, with how this is going. I dare say a lot of you aren't, but it's alright. You'll forgive me because of my dulcet tones, my soothing voice, I'm sure. Alright. Addle addle! Oh, I love that word. My dad actually taught me how to make an addle addle once. I don't know why. It happened. It was during the summer. And then my nan got a boomerang out. I don't know. I have no idea why she had a boomerang. But I remember it vividly. She had it, and eventually it ended up stuck in an oak tree. And yeah, it ended up getting broke on an oak tree. It's a pity, really. I think it had actually come all the way from Australia, and then it was left in my hands for all of what must have been 10 minutes, and you know, I was taking care of it. It's not something you usually come across, you know, the necessity to use a boomerang. So I had no idea how to use it. There was a tree, and I had a boomerang, and before you know it, I didn't have a boomerang, and the tree had a dent in it. Sad story. Story of my life, to be perfectly honest. It would have only been sort of more appropriate to me if it had then caught fire. But that's entirely different stories again. I don't think I'm going to play much more this sort of season. Session. I know for you guys maybe that this has ran over two episodes that have gone up, but for me it's just one sit down and play session. But oh no, I'll take that. But I don't get much time. Well, I'm not going to have much time on certain days, so sometimes I'll just do a little bit like I have now and get things started, and then at a later point I should be able to sit down and play a bit more, which would be nice. I like, especially with Civ, being able to sit down and spend hours and hours and days and days and days just playing the same game, and then suddenly realise I haven't eaten, and I've missed about like six very important appointments. And that's generally how I prefer to play my Civ games.
Ireis considerar esta oferta?
Spices. That'll probably help me out a fair bit, to be honest. I like that deal. I like that woman.
Here is something that may be helpful.
What is drama but life with
friends? I like friends, but I don't want to listen to you anymore. They can still stand guard. They can go down there and build a farm. That would be helpful. These guys could come down here and start building farms and improving cotton. But that will come in time. This is also what happens when I start playing video games. I say, oh, I'm going to go off in a minute, and I'm probably still going to play for about another 20 turns. One more turn! That is my cry when it comes to Civ. One more turn. I think that's even an option when you get defeated. That's usually all I take, because I want to see if in one more turn I could indeed could indeed have changed the fate of my empire. I also view CIV as a way of planning for when I conquer the world, so prepare for very ineffective leadership and a lot of bureaucracy at that point. That's basically my motto, is to run a civilization and ultimately a world-dominating empire. This has all in all been quite successful. I've cleared out most of the bandits. I've improved a lot of the terrain. Shedland's coming along nicely. I've got a scout I can send him to see where the Portuguese... It was Portugal, wasn't it? Yeah, where the Portuguese have come from. I want to build the National College, but I've still got to build some libraries. Temple of Faith, Amphitheatre. Not really going to do me much help, any of them. If I get one more settler, that would be quite nice, but I'm still undecided as to where I'd put them. But also, if I can get four decent cities, get them all up quickly, and get plenty of science in, I might stand a hope of actually going and doing things. God, even when just somebody builds something, it's very threatening, this game in some ways. You get that nice soothing music, and then all of a sudden there's this huge... Somebody has built a temple. Except the voice over in is far better than that. I get the feeling that watching me play this game must be somewhat like watching a dolphin try and climb a tree. All of the creature's intelligence is going completely to waste, and it's failing miserably. Oh well, that made me laugh at least. And I can explore, see where I can put this settlements I've got in. Tikala. I don't think I'm going to rename these cities yet. If you've got any suggestions for what I can call them, feel free to put a comment below. That'll be quite nice, actually. I would feel like you're engaged in what I have to say. Equally, you could just be trying to shut me up. I wouldn't blame you. I'm going to have these scouts bravely, and that's an important word in this sentence, bravely run away. My civilization is going to coin the term heroic retreat. I feel that will sum up a lot of our military experience in this game. It's also going to coin the term dum-dum no press next turn button, which seems to be happening quite a bit. I'm really sorry if that's not great. I feel like I'm being overly critical as well of my own stuff here. So I'm going to criticise my overcritical nature. And if you guys think I don't suck, feel free to also put a comment about that. that would be a nice thing to read. But I won't hold my horses. let's put it this way, it's going to be better than the 50 Shades of Grey Grey movie was that came out. Whenever it came out. I think it was Valentine's Day, which was like a month ago. Now I've just dreadfully timestamped this, so I suppose I could be talking about like the second 50 Shades of Grey movie. So yeah, God, wasn't that far worse again than the first one? I bet you didn't think that was possible. For any of you who did like, for any of you who do like 50 Shades of Grey, I'm sorry if my opinions are not to your taste. But fuck it, I don't care. Ooh, is that the first time I've swore? I'm like 45 minutes in. I think that's just going to be a record in general for me. I'll try not to do two of them. I don't like it. It's not big. It's not clever. But where I live, it's very common. It may not be big or clever, but it's common. Like I've seen entire conversations take place that have involved, you know, just the F word. See, I didn't swear then. And the word and that was all the conversation used, just them two words, and it lasted. It lasted a fair few minutes. It lasted maybe 10 minutes. This conversation. And I think I overheard it in a KFC of all places. Obviously, it's not KFC's fault. I dare say the staff there weren't overly happy with the situation. But well, it happens. Terrible situation to be in.
Three things are necessary.
Medieval, not MIDI, medieval era. And I've got the medieval era, and I'm finally realising that I can ride horses. Oh shit, did I give it back? I didn't want to give it back. Poop. Oh, I guess it was like theology or something I needed to unlock this long calendar. Oh, I'm still not even sure how it works. I'm sure I can figure it out eventually. I also think that I'm leading this settler either to an untimely death or to a place where basically he's going to have found not a city, but a little village somewhere up in the foothills. It's going to be like a village in the Welsh valleys. See, you've even got the sheep up here, which I haven't figured out how to quite use yet. I dread to think what people have been doing to them currently. It's a Welsh thing. And if you're Welsh and offended by that, I am Welsh. So you have no right to be offended. But if you are, I'm going to apologise anyway, because I really want you to subscribe. I'm so bad at this. Not even just the git, and I haven't clicked next turn again. It's okay though, I'm only putting this on the internet, which as we all know is full of kind, forgiving, loving people who never get abusive to people. They never get angry over people's mistakes or beliefs. They just full of forgiveness. Funk it. Found the city. And we'll bodge this shit. We will bodge and we will bodge and we will bodge until eventually people think that we didn't bodge it and that it was planned. And if they don't think that, they can go rot in hell. See? Forgiveness, like I exercised there, for people who didn't believe in my cities. Also, it's probably been about an episode now since I asked you to name these cities. I'm still recording the same thing. And it's probably been 2 episodes since I was like, oh, I'm gonna go off in a minute. If this infuriates you, yeah, leave a comment. Every time you leave a comment, even if it's negative, it increases engagement, which I've been told helps me get higher up on the view count. So all of you trolls who want to just, you know, spout crap, feel free, do it, because you're pushing my video higher up the what people find stuff, and that for me is good. You know, it's almost like karma. Every time I get abuse from you, which I probably will at some point, even if it's not now and it's later, it does help me. You know.
Wisdom and virtue.
Right. Read. Purchase a library. That's gonna... I know it seems counterintuitive almost to purchase it on just a one-pop city, but it means that once this one's done, I can go straight into producing the National College, which is... it's going to speed things up a fair bit. I still don't know if it's an optimal strategy, but it's going to help out anyway. Well, that's my belief. If I build a road here and here, and then have that one stretch back to the city, and then come down from there to there, that's probably going to be the cheapest way to link up all the cities to the capital, and in turn, make more money, which is going to be useful later on. Also, once this one's linked up to here, they can hopefully go down to...
Even brute beasts and wandering birds do not fall into the same traps or nets.
Great forfeit.
I have some information that may be of
Parcels have
use.
decided to find a land there. What was I saying? Oh yeah, this worker can eventually come up to here and start making farms to speed stuff up there, and then eventually turn the farms into mines, so that it is an amazing production city, a lot like Palanque is. I'm not gonna... Chicken Itza. I'm gonna call that Chicken Itza. I'm not gonna change the spelling, I'm just gonna call it that. What was it? Oh, a great prophet. Maybe I can find a religion. Yes, found a religion.
I have some
I really
information.
should turn her off. I think she's the last one who's still chatting away. That one looks like a pirate wheel, so I'm always somewhat drawn to it. And generally, I don't so much mind the Buddhist religion. That's quite a cool symbol. But let's go Taoism. Global happiness. Spreadment. See, I don't use religion as much as I should. But generally, so I like to make all of these science-based, just in case I start to use them, and then I can get a little bit extra out of them. Shrines provide happiness. I don't even think I can get shrines at this point. This is quite good, pagodas. That's a very cheap and easy way to get an extra bit of happiness if you're able to produce some faith. So I'm going to go with that, and I'm not going to rename the religion because I'm a scrub. I think maybe one more turn? No. It's probably going to be like another 5, maybe 10 turns, and then I will genuinely stop recording for this season. And people who comment on the last few videos, probably won't be many of you, these are the first videos I'm doing going up, but anybody who does comment and leaves a suggestion for the name of the city, I will probably indeed call it that, as long as it's not really ridiculous. Meritocracy, that's going to be nice, because once these are linked up by roads, you get a bit more happiness. You can never have... Your people should always be lovely and happy, you know? You don't want to be unhappy. That's bad. I don't want to be unhappy. I know some people who go through their entire life being unhappy. Not me. I don't want to be unhappy. See? Golden Age has dawned. That's because people are happy. And I get a great person who's going to be a scientist. And the first thing I'm going to do with them is move into there, and I'm going to found, as it suggests, a car dealership. No, that's not what it's suggesting. It's suggesting a laboratory? An academy. Which, when worked, will give me extra science. Should actually swing me so that I'm finally catching up to the big boys in their big boy cities. But I gotta make sure that my guy always works if I click on it like that. Then come to there. This city can now start working on, if I stop speaking really slowly, something awesome. Come on, have we not got anything awesome to build? Sorry, we've got monuments, so we get a bit extra culture. So I'll probably end up tearing down at some point because I don't like spending the gold on them. But for the time being, if it gets us through the policies a bit quicker, it could be quite nice. Yes, let's work together.
Ireis considerar esta oferta?
This Portugal woman, she's speaking my language. Right, they can construct a road again. This caravan can start pumping food too. They're not as in desperate need as chicken balls or whatever it's called. Chicken itza. So that's going to be it's going to be useful to have them going there. Watermill could be quite nice, just because it's just going to be quite a nice feature in the big city. I'm going to swap that over to next turn though, the National College. So I think if we do that, and we start the National College, I will actually call it a day there. This will probably be in a couple of videos, but it definitely will be. There's no way I'm putting out like an hour and something of a video. That's soon to bore you guys to tears. Hopefully if you take this in nice, small, manageable bites, you'll subscribe, hint hint, you'll like, because your mother told you to be nice to people, and we can all start a nice happy family playing video games together. But yeah, I'm going to swap this over to National College, put it to be done right away, and call it a day. Bye! don't forget to like and subscribe. Please, seriously. It means the world to me if you could. And come back, watch more videos. They'll get better, I promise you. I'll listen to your comments. It's a tiny channel at the minute. That means that every time you say something, I actually see it. Which you don't get on the big channels. That's my selling point here. Please, please, please subscribe. I will love you long term for it. Thank you. Night night. Or good day. Or morning. Never mind, it's night for me anyway. See you all. Bye.